the moderator and the chairman of the session, Dr. Rao, and my co-panelist on this side, and my friends in the technical education and in industry. One thing is common for all of us. We are all in search of Mackana's gold. Mackana's gold, people who have crossed 50, perhaps you remember that cinema. And those who are young, you must have heard. And you know what is the end of the Mackana's gold. But anyway, leaving apart these similes, now my basic question is, why World Bank is funding these tech-equipped colleges? And I prefer to present to you some of the cases of 22 states, pan-India and Karnataka specifically. Thanks to the organizers of the Indian Technology Congress, from yesterday we have been listening one common line, bottom line, which perhaps you may subscribe to that. Research, innovation, commercially driven innovations are required, and our academic institutions are not doing this, whereas elsewhere this is happening. And what is to be done? Vice chancellors, senior professors, then intellectuals, those who have presented the keynote address there, I remember all those points. I have made a note of it. Now, what is to be done? This is exactly the broad framework why World Bank is funding. India and China being the greatest consumers or big markets, World Bank, International Development Bank, is automatically interested in the development of its member countries. And it also knows very well, if this Asian market is growing at a faster rate, with all its technology-driven economy, then it is possible to bring a prosperity, elevation of poverty, etc. All these things are a hidden agenda of the World Bank also. Therefore, it identified research, development and innovation should be the hallmark. That's why in the phase 2 of the World Bank, it gave focus on research and development and innovation in all engineering colleges. Therefore, on a competitive basis, at the national level, including the centrally funded institutions like National Institute for Technologies, NITs, selected NITs, today 183 institutions are utilizing this World Bank funded money to the extent of outlay is 2,460 crores to be spent by, hold your attention, 2014 December 31st. And if you count how much money has been already spent, pan-India, it may not cross 200 crores. So now, the greatest challenge, and it requires all creative and innovative minds, how to make this happen. Every day, crores of money has to be put. But at the same time, this is a challenge for all academic institutions. Now, how to do it? With this, we have the money. That's why I said we have a Mackana's gold. But who is to get? Otherwise the disaster is going to happen. Money is going to be returned. Government of India is very serious about this. And they have already given the directives. The member college representatives some are sitting here. Some have not come. Because it becomes difficult to face these ugly pictures sometimes. That's why they might not have come. People who have come here for engineering college, congratulations to them. I said, look, these are the opportunities, participate, spend money, invest money in yourself. But still, most of the educational institutions pan-India are inert. This is my very, very this drastic statement, but it is true. Because I have moved here and there, physically, emotionally. I have addressed many of the gatherings of all these intellectuals. Most of them are complacent. And I tell you, to subscribe the view that was expressed by the intellectual luminaries in this ITC, it is difficult to change the mindset of the people. Most of our educational institutions are examination driven, affiliation oriented, no innovations, no creations, nothing. We produce only the mediocre graduates, diploma holders running out of the mill. And some people may get the job depending upon their own some yardsticks, and the rest of them, yes, they have their own problems. And we are very happy that to say about the BT, IT and all these things, but most of the globe, go and see, they are all pedalists. We all our youths work for other countries, not for India, because they are all service-oriented industries. Therefore, please remember, it is our utmost responsibility how faculty has to change, how principal has to change, how the management has to think positively, how to go ahead with this. Now, I tell you how much money you want. You have the money. But, sir, I want crores. First spend in 100. Then you think of crores. This is the problem for us. Everyone thinks of big, fine, there is nothing wrong. But please remember, to make something realized, the first step is you have to dream. Dream first. See, our people don't dream at all. Let me tell very clearly. Why? To dream, you must sleep. But to sleep, you must get tired. We never get tired. That's why we don't get sick. This is the problem. And now, the focus World Bank has given on research and development and innovation. Do you know, in all this, in 19 colleges, we have about 150 crores, mind it, to be spent 2014 December 31st. Am I correct? As per the guideline of the World Bank. This money has to be spent. And our people still struggle. What to yen sir, yen madvek sir. And they don't know, they just don't think beyond organizing workshops, seminars, attending some training programs. You are expected to produce research papers. Something has to be written. It is not copy, cut, paste. But it has to be written. Then it has to be accepted. We are sending to the foreign countries also for presenting the paper. There is money for that. CSIF people are giving 50%. We are giving 200%. But yet people are finding it difficult to go. So this is the hard reality of the life. Now, the funding is available in you touch anything, you have a fund there. Faculty development, you would like to do some research, there is money. Then student projects, there is money. I'm very happy Bandopatya told about NDRF and the Institution of Engineers effort. Yes, they are giving money pan-India, that is. But we are focusing on 19 engineering colleges roughly. Even if you take about 2,000 students or 3,000 students per college, it's mind-boggling, about 40,000 plus. And please remember, There is a money for every student project. There is a money for faculty projects also. But who has to decide? World Bank says the college has to decide. College says how to decide. This is the problem for us. And if I decide, who are you to decide? So in this process, December 31st, 2014 comes. This is the reality. College have been given freedom, but yet we have been accustomed to the British legacy to such an extent. Permission Samraj. I briefly call this as a PK, permission kingdom. Everything people want permission. Permission. What is that mission? See, their mission has to become take permissions only, not implementing anything. Therefore, we have to, permit Samraj. So there are some permit rooms also. In Maharashtra, it is called as a permit room. I don't want to say anything in this. Okay. So, now my problem here is, there is money. For hundreds, thousands, lakhs, there should not be any problem. And there are certain guidelines. Money will not come. Simply anybody will not give the money. Please remember, it is a World Bank. World Bank will control the budgets of countries. And what about engineering colleges? They have put 101 conditions. But these conditions are required. Today you have listened to some TBS presentations in the morning. Dr. Ramani's presentation, do this, yes, your left leg is tight, right leg is tight, right arm is tight, left arm is tight, and your neck is put in this way, fine. Yes, please remember, when with all this, TBS came with the answer, and whenever you have more strings, your creative mind starts working. How to come out of this? So, there are limitations in this. There are conditions, and I tell you, I am showing this book to everyone. This is called as a PIP. So, Plan of Procedure Implementation, produced by the World Bank. This is in the public domain. Please remember why I am showing this thing. This is not anybody's property. Anybody can look into this. Permissible expenses, non-permissible expenses for private institutions, for aided institutions, for government institutions. Lot of things are there. Yes, complications are there. But without complication, can anything happen in our country? Nothing happens. Therefore, we are all tuned with these complications. Sir, we have to live with it. So, in my opinion, what is to be done is change your mindset. You may be an ordinary faculty. You may be extraordinary faculty. You may be principal of the college. You may be management. You may be industry. Please remember, if industry support is there for institutions, definitely you will get more funds. But we are not funding any industry. Please remember, if there are any industry representative, you will get everything only through the institution, not to you directly. So, industry institutions collaborations are a vital thread in this particular TechWhip project. So, therefore, if you have, it is something like this. Intercaste marriages in our state are funded. Do you know? Subsidy is given for that also, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. Like that, the industry institutions are, if they are married, we are funding them. Therefore, please remember, we are funding only to the engineering colleges, these 19 colleges. Why 19? Some people may ask. Already train has left. Only we have a 19 compartments. Now you cannot attach any bogie to this train. So the next train will leave only after 2014, which we call as a phase 3 express. So there may be, at that time, some changes may happen. At that time, you can join. But rest of the thing, now you have to see what is happening to these 19 institutions. 19 are autonomous, very good institutions of our state. And there are, this TechUp is operating in 22 states. More or less, this is the same common story in all the states. But yet, I must tell, we say Mera Bharat Mahan, but at the same time I say Mera Karnataka Mahan, and Karnataka is fairly doing better. Then you can think of other states. What is that? So there may be people from Tamil Nadu, there may be people from Andhra Pradesh. I am openly telling this because I know, because we all attend the meeting together of the World Bank there in Delhi. So we know what is what. Therefore, my appeal to you is make the best use of this. And there is money for all the students' projects. But only thing, we have not decided anything. We have authorized, empowered Board of Governors of each college. You take the decision what is right for you. But yet, they want permission from us and guidance from us, counseling from us. We say handhold, we will handhold for some time, but afterwards you have to take care of yourself. But this, why this is a trouble here is, I have to some extent, whatever I have understood, this mindset changing is a little difficult. And how difficult? Only thing you will change. You will understand this with the problems that come. So somebody has to go out of Lakshman Rekha. When Sita went out of the Lakshman Rekha, Ramayana started. Otherwise, if Sita would have been staying in the same Lakshman Rekha, Ramayana would not have come. Therefore, if you would like to create history, cross the Lakshman Rekha. Now I conclude, would you create history or read history? Create history. If you are like to create history, do by innovations, cross your limits, come out of your comfort zones and try to spend money. There is money for everyone, but only thing it requires effort. And I hope I have made my point clear. I didn't use any slides because slides sometimes tire you. I don't want to be tired. I want to like to be more liberal. That's why I would have presented some PPTs. But PPTs restrict sometimes. Therefore, it is left to your imagination, your creativity, your innovative mind. Howdalla, 2014 December 31st, inalla madbodu. So leave it to you, and everyone's answer will be different, and there is no IPR on these answers. Thank you very much.